Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Chess Hangouts, where I'll be posting some of the most interesting games from the past and the present. This is my first video, so please do like and subscribe so that I stay motivated to post more. Anyways, back to the game. For today's game, we have Ruger and Gebhard. This was played in 1915 in Dresden, which is a city in Germany. So we have Ruger playing as white and Gebhard is playing black. So let's go to the game. So we have e4, e5, and f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and c3. And we have the Giuoco Piano variation. So white's plan is to play d4 next with an attack on the bishop and solidifying and strengthening the center. So what does black play here? So we have knight f6 and white plays d4 as planned, pawn takes, bishop b4 check, knight c3, and we have black castles. So if you look at this situation, black could have played knight takes e4 as the knight on c3 is pinned. So if you look at that variation, there's a double attack right now on c3, so white is forced to castle. So white castles, where bishop takes c3, and in this situation, white should not take the bishop with the b pawn immediately, because we have d5 coming up next, and black seems to be in a pretty good situation. So it is ideal to play d5. We have ne5 with an attack on the bishop, and then we take the bishop on c3. We have knight takes c4. We have queen d4 with a double attack on both knights. We have king castles. Queen takes on e4, knight d6, queen d3, queen f6, bishop g5 with an attack on the queen, queen g6. So you could see that black b is a pawn up and has everything to play for, but white's position is pretty good because white's pieces are all developed and it has a pretty strong center. But still, black has everything to play for, and being a pawn up should be okay in this situation. But anyways, back to the game. We have black castles. So what does white play here? So Ruger played d5. So Gebhard plays knight e7. So even in this situation, black could have played knight takes e4 and having a double attack on the knight. But as you can see, this line is a bit tricky and black needs to be careful not to make any mistakes, because one small mistake and white could make the most of that. And I could show you a fun line where it is easy for black to make a mistake and white could totally crush black. So we have white castling, knight takes c3, b takes c3, bishop into c3. So in this situation, you could see that black is almost 2 pawns up, I guess. Yeah, 2 pawns up. So with an attack on the rook as well. So black seems to be in a pretty good condition. But we have bishop g5 with an attack on the queen. And black can defend with knight e7, as well as escaping itself on the pawn attack earlier on. And then we have d6. So we have pawn takes d6, queen into d6 with the double attack on the knight right now. So black needs to, and the knight being pinned cannot move. So black needs to defend. So we have rook e8. And over here in this situation, we have some brilliant play from white. So we have rook a e1. Where bishop takes, the rook is being sacrificed, and then rook takes, So we still have a double attack on the knight, and the queen is pinned. And you could see that white cannot play f6 because of the bishop pin on the king. So in order for that, black can play b5. So we can play b5 in this situation. So we have b5, and white doesn't care at this moment. So white takes the knight, and then we have queen b6. So black is hoping for a queen trade-off, so just to make the situation easier for black. But then over here we have a brilliant checkmate opportunity. As you can see, we have bishop into f7, check, king is forced to take, king into f7. Then we have knight g5 check, we have king g8, queen d5 check, king h8. As you can see, all these moves are forced. Then we have queen g8 check, rook is forced to take, and then we have knight f7 checkmate. So as you can see, this is a brilliant sequence of moves by white where it totally crushed black just because of a small mistake. So that line is pretty tricky, so knight e7 is well justifiable. So anyways, back to the game. Gebhard did play knight e7, and then we have e5, knight e4, queen c2, trying to save the knight because of the double attack. Then we have knight takes, pawn takes, bishop c4. Now for the first question for the day, what does white move here? It is a pretty easy move, it's not that challenging. So white plays knight g5. So we have a double attack on the h7 pawn from the queen and the knight, and white is threatening mate. So what does black play here? So Gebhard plays knight g6. So to deny the mate. So in this situation we could also play g6, but g6 is definitely a risky move because white could then play knight e4, and then the bishop could come along to h6, the knight could itself come to f6, or the queen itself could come to f6 and threaten a mate. So the situation becomes a bit ugly. So to avoid that, Gebhard played knight g6. So in this situation, for the next question, what does white here? What does white play to continue the attack and the momentum? Now for those of you who figured that out, congratulations, it is h4. So as you can see, white is threatening to play h5 and move the knight. So this is a pretty strong move, and it continues the attack where black does not have room to breathe at all. So what does black play here? Black plays h6 to drive away the knight, which is a pretty decent move. But what can white play here to dislodge another attack on the king's side? So white plays d6. So what is white's plan? White's next move is to take the queen g6 knight, and because pawn cannot take back the queen because of the pin, so you can see this knight cannot move as well. This knight is going the next move because we have checkmate over here, so knight will be gone the next move. So what does black play here? Black can only take the knight, and white does not take the knight immediately. White takes his own sweet time, and white just takes the g5 pawn with h into g5 because the knight is still pinned because we have the rook open file, and the queen is still threatening mate. So ideally this black knight is still stuck there. So we have rook e8, queen takes g6 as planned. We have rook into e5 check, king f1, and it is at this point Gebhard resigned the match because, as you can see, white is threatening mate on queen s7. So what can black do? Black can't do much, to be honest. So black could play queen e8, but then we have queen s7 check, king f8, and we have queen h8 checkmate. So as you can see, this was a brilliant game of attacking on the king's side, and this is all due to the fact that white's pawn structure was very strong, and you can see how it solidified from the center, and when it saw the opportunity to attack on the king's side, it kept attacking and did not give the black king room to breathe at all. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe, and if you do like the video, just comment down that you liked it. Anyways, thank you.